I am convinced that Buffalo Wild Wings exists outside of the traditional confines of time and space. Every time I've gone there, nothing has changed. The same 11 middle-aged balding men sit beer in hand watching the game. The same rock music blares, muted, from the background. The color and the structure in the world could fade into nondescript gray nothingness. But B-dubs shall remain. Business as usual. With the ability to teleport objects in and out of the pocket dimension that is Buffalo Wild Wings, one could become the savior of humanity or its worst nightmare. Buffalo Wild Wings could be an inescapable prison, or it could be a source of infinite extorted riches. With the power to teleport objects to Buffalo Wild Wings, I would become not a superhero, but something more, the judge of humanity itself. What sort of utility does this power actually have? Think of it this way. Buffalo Wild Wings would serve as an inescapable prison for the malintentioned. They might not even realize they were imprisoned. After all, time does not exist within Buffalo Wild Wings. It continues on a short, infinite loop. 5 minutes and 5 days are the same amount of time a prisoner could take from eternity and back just to eat a single plate of boneless wings. Even if they did somehow realize they were serving out a sentence, it wouldn't matter. Their escape would be foiled by their teleportation back into the very place from whence they came. This innovative use of Buffalo Wild Wings as a prison would be beneficial both for the government and for B-dubs itself. The government could effectively disband the entirety of the judicial system, as well as significant portions of the executive branch. The roles of judge, jury, and the majority of prison enforcement could be taken over by one person, this person with this great power. That means government funding can be focused in other directions instead of criminal justice. Additionally, Buffalo Wild Wings would see an increased demand for their food, thanks to their constant customers, which means increased revenue. This would allow B-dubs to further expand their restaurant chain, which increases their total capacity, which, so on and so forth, brings them more cash. The idea of one person taking control over large portions of government branches may seem a little far-fetched, admittedly, and the concept of an everlasting prison, where even the prisoners are unaware of their sentences, may seem a tad too powerful for any ordinary person. However, as it is said, with great power comes great responsibility. A power such as this is not intended for the weak or the incapable, and as we have seen time and time again, attachment is a hero's downfall. When Gwen Stacy is killed by the Green Goblin, Spider-Man feels responsible, and his guilt decreases his effectiveness as a hero. Anakin Skywalker's love for Padme is the driving factor in his fall to the dark side and in the rise of Darth Vader. Therefore, all personal connections would need to be disposed of, all emotional appeals ignored, so that this person of power could exist outside the social nature of the human race and judge purely on facts. Empathy is not something a judge should have, because with empathy comes bias. The power to teleport anything into a place which exists outside of the universe itself warrants behavior drastically different from that of a common superhero. When eternal imprisonment of the world's most dangerous criminals is on the line, one must isolate themselves from humanity in order to function in the necessary capacity. Buffalo Wild Wings and its eternal, monotone livelihood would serve as a humane yet impenetrable fortress prison for those who dare to go against the law, and the judge of humanity would keep the prisoners there until their sentences have been served.